Welcome to ComCast Local Edition. I'm Tracy Young. The Covina Development Center started in 1957 by parents who were not able to find a suitable educational experience for their disabled children. And today they've expanded to serve also children who do not have special needs. And joining us is Daffron, and she's the Assistant Director. So great to have you with us, Christina.
Thank you.
So one thing I think is amazing about your organization is you serve children from, it's preschool, but it's birth to 5 years old. And as a child would come to spend a day in your organization, what would their day be like?
They experience a variety of activities, things that meet their social needs, their language needs, their physical needs, their fine and gross motor skills, and also we integrate art, dance therapy, music therapy into the curriculum.
And you've expanded, you were telling us, that you don't just serve children who have special needs, you also have children who don't have special needs. Why is it unique to have these children playing together and learning together?
Our school is fully inclusive, which means the children with special needs and the children without special needs are within the same classroom, and the children with special needs are fully integrated into every aspect of our school. And it's unique because it benefits both groups. The children with special needs, they're able to observe and participate with their non-disabled peers and learn by their example. And then the children without special needs are able to learn empathy, concern for others, compassion, and learn that friends come in all different shapes and forms and situations.
How do you think this prepares them so that when they do go into a public school, they're really ready, and maybe some of the children with special needs, they don't feel so ostracized, they're not in their own world, but what effect do you think it has on these children?
It definitely does that. It brings them into the real world with kids who can run and jump and play and talk, and what a great example they set for the children who struggle in those areas. But it also teaches both groups of children that we're all equal, and we're all important, and we're all special.
And you share with me you have about 30 people on staff. Give us an idea what your staff members do.
Our staff members work with the children in low ratios. So we have very few children with one staff member, and our staff are highly trained, and although we work with children of all different disabilities, our staff has expertise in working with children with autism spectrum disorder, children who display autistic-like characteristics, and children who are prenatally exposed to drugs or alcohol.
And what about funding? Of course, many organizations, these are great, but it's expensive. This kind of education is expensive. How do you handle your funding?
We are funded by Regional Center, partly, when they refer children to our center. Some parents choose to private pay for their children also.
And, I mean, grant money is always really important. How do you go about getting grants? I mean, unfortunately, we're looking at, budget deficits and federal deficits, so how do you go about gaining grants to support your school?
Our director is really good at finding grants and grant writing, and she's been really faithful in seeing a long-term vision for our school, and still is.
And what's the need that you have right now? For those of us who are hearing about this great organization, how can we help you and serve you?
If anyone knows a child who would benefit from a program like ours, whether they have special needs or don't have special needs, we're always open to referrals and to new children. And if anyone was interested in making a donation to our school, we're more than happy to accept that too.
That's always a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I read something that I thought was great. So many charities or philanthropic organizations or different kind of organizations have come under scrutiny because of the percentage of the money that's raised that goes back to the organization. You state that 86% of your funds go back.
Yes, it does.
How have you managed to do this and really make sure that the kids are the priority?
Because they are a priority, and it's important, and these families are important to us, and I believe where our priorities lie is reflected in our money.
Right. And if you were to ask somebody, maybe a success story that you have of a child that might have moved on, been a graduate?
Oh, there's so many. There's so many children who have gone up and been successful in public school, and we have one child now who's still with us and getting ready to move on, and 3 months ago and the child you see today are entirely different. His behavior is so organized, and he's playing with children, and it really makes us feel good to know we're doing the best job we can.
Great. Daffron, so great to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
For ComCast Local Edition, I'm Tracy Young.